Alrighty, guys, what is going on? We finally have all the content and DLC details for WWE 2K15. We know what all three showcase playable stories are now. We know what the additional content is, how much it'll be, and what you're saving. So let's go over the DLC packs right now that we do get. Just like I had speculated that, because the DLC season pass is $24.99. I said that they would go for about $9.99 for these showcases, and they would be about $7 or $8 for the $24 price point. And it seems like we're getting other stuff in as well, because from what I'm reading, and it makes it seem like if all the other stuff is included, it'll be great. It also includes all three showcase stories and the accelerator perk. The full list of available DLC is below. Now, if it is all together, it's absolutely worth it. If it's not, I'm a little nervous about paying $24 and then $14 or $15 or whatever it ends up being. But let's go over all the details of what's in the game. So making its way back in, this is what I had questioned in the video the other day, is the accelerator. The accelerator allows you to basically skip everything, get all the downloads, the attachments, the perks. I was thinking Call of Duty there for a second, but essentially you get all the guys. You get the titles, the arenas, etc., which that is always the biggest thing I'm always looking forward to. From everything I download on DLC, that's usually the first thing I download so I can play with everybody and not have to go through and sit through 5-10 hours of story to get somebody, because that was one of my biggest contents back in the day with the old THQ games. So the three stories are, we already know we're getting a Punk vs. Cena storyline. The second one now is 2K Showcase One More Match. Stay focused on the rivalry between WWE superstars Randy Orton and Christian in 2011. You get to play playable superstars are Christian, Randy Orton, Edge, Mark Henry, and Sheamus. The playable arenas are obviously SmackDown, Extreme Rules, Over the Limit, and Capital Punishment, where they feuded. That's for a retail price of about $9.99. The second one, which I was a little surprised about, I'm not going to lie. I was never in my wildest dreams, and I wasn't even expecting Christian One More Match to make it in. I really wasn't, and I know with Randy getting a big push, it makes sense, or, maybe Christian retires, who knows. I was really surprised by this one. 2K Showcase, the Hall of Pain. Yes, Mark Henry gets his own story in 2K15. Story focused on top matches for WWE superstar Mark Henry. Playable WWE superstars include Mark Henry, Big Show, Kane, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Sheamus, The Great Khali, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, Ryback. So there are quite a few guys as he makes his way up the Hall of Pain. And I have to say, I'm surprised. I think this is a unique way to go with a showcase, and I wasn't necessarily expecting it, but I'm not going to rule it out yet. I think there's still obviously a possibility. I think this could be a great mode, depending on how they do it, as long as it's not just a reskin 30 years and an attitude adjustment, an attitude era. If that's all it is the same screens, just the objectives, you have to recreate the match exactly, all that stuff, I'd be a little disappointed. Hopefully, it's a little bit more involved than that. And then the last but not least, the 2K Showcase Path of the Warrior is a story focused on the career of WWE Hall of Famer Ultimate Warrior. Playable WWE Hall of Famers include Ultimate Warrior Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, and Sergeant Slaughter. Playable WWE Legends include Honky Tonk Man, Rick Rude, Macho King, and Colonel Mustafa. And if you're wondering who the fuck is Colonel Mustafa, the Iron Sheik, baby. Fucking bullshit is in a game. I'm excited for Colonel Mustafa, man. How are you not? How are you not ready to go? Make your climb up. Go do everything you can. You've also, got Randy Savage. But I'm really happy with, just that alone. I really like Iron Sheik. I'm going to put somebody in the camel clutch and fuck Rusev's camel clutch. I'm going to show you how to put a camel clutch on Rusev. That's going to be my first thing now. I can't wait to go in. Actually, I won't be able to get the DLC. I'm going to put Rusev in a camel clutch and just have a camel clutch match. Camel clutch on a pole match. Whoever gets it gets to use the camel clutch. As we continue on here, that one is for $9.99 as well. We have a WCW pack, which is playable WWE superstars. Fit Finlay, Lord Steven Regal, Bam Bam Bigelow, Diamond Dallas Page, and Lex Luger. Now, I have to be honest with you, I am disappointed that Diamond Dallas Page and Lex Luger are DLC, and I've said this before in previous games. even if their characters are different or whatnot, I'm not a fan of when they put in guys that were in the previous year's games as DLC. But I'm open to it in this case. Hopefully there's something different about them. NXT Arrival. We have an NXT Arrival pack, which is playable NXT superstars JBL, Adam Rose, The Ascension, and then Emma. Which Adam Rose and The Ascension, they're the two biggest bankable stars, which they really haven't repackaged. Obviously, it makes sense for them to be in there. Why JBL is a downloadable NXT superstar when he's been in the game the last 2 years, 3 years, is a little bit of a disappointment to me. I have to be honest with that. I think it just goes back to I hate when guys are in the game previously and they have a DLC. With that being said, though, JBL is also the manager of NXT, so it makes sense to put him in an NXT pack, or was the general manager of NXT. So I'm all for it at the time when they were building the game. And that one goes for about $6.99 is the suggested retail price. The WCW pack goes for about $7.99. And then last but not least, the new moves pack. More than 30 new moves, including an alternate version of Sister Abigail, performed from the ring corner and made popular by Bray Wyatt, and multiple gut wrenches made popular by Cesaro. The new moves pack will be available for a suggested retail price of only $3.99. So, while $9.99 are in the showcases, we have the price. So let's look at all the prices that we have. So we have $30 worth in showcase packs. So we have $29.97. So in addition to the $29.97, and this is not, we don't know if this is included because it only says that the showcases and the accelerator are actually in. But let's say for some random reason it was all packaged in there. It's a total value, $7.99 plus $6.99 plus $3.99 plus $1.99. We essentially have this DLC pack worth $50, right? This is what the retail suggested price would be, $50.93 roughly, with everything involved. Now, we don't know what we get in it. We don't know if we get all of it. My guess is that the showcase, the season pass, is solely for the accelerator, and then the showcases, and then the other packs will be available. I think that gets a little confusing. Unfortunately, I think I have a little bit of an issue with that because you don't know, what's in there. But the DLC and season pass are obviously different. They're branding them differently. So the season pass obviously good for showcase. Which the only thing I'm really happy about with this is I don't need to buy the showcase unless I want Paige. Which is the only disappointing thing is if we play those showcases, John Cena versus CM Punk, which I'm sure I'll enjoy. I'm sure I'll play. I'm sure they did a good job on. If I'm not that thrilled about it afterwards, I don't have to spend $24.99 on this pack that is basically made for stories versus I can just get the DLC content that I'd actually use. Because looking at all this stuff, I'll be honest with you, there is maybe 2 or 3 things I'd pay for. I'd probably pay for the Fall of Man and the Ascension. Adam Rose I might pay for just for the bunny costume if I was buying him individually. Emma, I could kind of go without, and then the WCW guys I don't use, so I could probably go without them as well. So in my honest opinion, while the DLC is good, I think the packs make sense. They look cool. I personally don't need pretty much any of that other than maybe the moves, 2 superstars, and then the accelerator, of course. So I may not need a season pass. Like I said, it'll all depend on how the showcase mode comes out. If the showcase mode comes out excellent, they could have a huge winner on their hands. If not, I may be sticking to and staying around with not getting it. The only thing I would question with that is how much they would charge then. Because if it's not included and it is something different, $7.99 plus $6.99 plus $3.99, that doesn't really make any sense price-wise as far as, what you would offer as a discount, which would be 20%, is we have $3.99, we'd have $18.97. So $18.97 really isn't anything off unless they maybe did $15. I could see that possibly. Actually, wait a minute. They could possibly do that for $15. I think that would be 20% off. It would make sense. I don't know if I'd be necessarily the biggest fan of it, but they could definitely do it. So I want to know your guys' thoughts on the DLC, the content. Are you going to purchase DLC? Are you going to purchase the season pass? Is there something that's interesting you more? The only thing you see, do you look at that and you see, I only want the Ascension, I only want NXT Arrival, I only want the WCW guys, I don't care about this. I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to leave them and let me know who you're most excited for from the DLC, the season pass. Is there a story you're most excited for? Which one of those 3 Maybe you weren't expecting one of those three, and then one of those three are going to go on to be the highlight of the game for you. I want to know. I want to know what you guys think, your comments, your feedback. Because I'll be honest with you, from looking at what I'm seeing, I may or may not buy the Season Pass, but some of the DLC, definitely going to snatch it up. And I want to get that Accelerator. So if the Season Pass is in the Accelerator, I'm going to have to get the Season Pass. Unless I buy the Accelerator right up front. So that's my only downfall. That's what I'm contemplating right now. I'd like to know more details. If the DLC isn't included in its suggested retail price, what is the price? Because the wording of the IGN article is a little iffy and does say Accelerator and the Showcase passes. So I'm pretty sure they're not included. So let me know what you guys think. And until next time, Dolph Ziggler. Ready? Show off. Uh-oh. Oh, Dolph Ziggler fucked it up. Randy Orton reversed it. Randy! Fuck me. Randy reversed it. Oh, no. Randy reversed it. Come on, Randy. Get in the ring. Oh, man. How did we fuck this up? I guess I was too impatient, and I was just trying to hit him with a finish and end the match, but that's what happens when you're thinking about the DLC. You're so excited about it. You're so excited about the game. I'll be honest. The hype is real. Can't wait. We're only a couple more weeks away. And then the big thing is with this content, with the showcase mode, I think the old showcase mode is in the game. It's the My Player that's not. It'll be interesting to see what differs from generation to generation, if there is anything. I don't know. We'll see you guys next time. Ziggler winning DLC showcase. Until next time, we will see you all later.